We're going to talk about solving linear equations. First, let's start off with the steps. Step 1 is to simplify the equation. And step 2 is to check our answers. Now let's talk about the distributive property. The distributive property allows us to multiply a sum by multiplying each add-in separately and then add the products. Let's do a quick example. So we have 5 times x plus 2. The distributive property lets us take the 5 and multiply by the x and gives us 5x, and then take the 5 and multiply by the 2, which gives us 10, and then add them together. And that's how that works. Now let's talk about clearing fractions. To clear the equation of fractions, you're going to multiply both sides of the equation by the least common multiple. Now let's start our example. Our example is 1/2 times x plus 5 minus 4 equals 1/3 times 2x minus 1. We have fractions, so let's clear the fractions. The least common multiple of 1/2 and 1/3 is 6. So we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 6. And now we're going to use the distributive property. So we're going to take the 6 and multiply it by 1/2, which gives us 3 times x plus 5. And then we're going to take the 6 and multiply it by the 4, which gives us minus 24. And now we're going to take the 6 on the other side and distribute it to the 1/3. So 6 times 1/3 is 2, and that's going to be multiplied by 2x minus 1. Since we still have parentheses and there's still multiplication by a sum, we're going to do the distributive property again. So we're going to take 3 and multiply it by x, and that's going to give us 3x. And then we're going to do 3 times 5, which is 15, and carry down our minus 24. And we're going to do the other side. 2 times 2x equals 4x, and 2 times 1 is minus 2. And now we're going to combine like terms. So we're going to keep the 3x, and the 15 minus 24 is minus 9 equals 4x minus 2. And now we're going to get like terms on the sides of the equal sign. So we're going to add over 9. We're going to have 3x equals 4x plus 7. And now let's subtract over 4x. We're going to have negative x equals 7. And now we're going to divide both sides by a negative 1 to get this x by itself. So we're going to have x equals negative 7. So we found our answer. Now for step 2, we need to check our answer. So let's plug it back into our equation at top. So we have 1/2 times negative 7 plus 5 minus 4 equals 1/3 times 2 times negative 7 minus 1. So we get negative 2 in here. So 1/2 times negative 2 minus 4 equals 1/3 times 2 times negative 7 is negative 14 minus 1 is negative 15. And so 1/2 times negative 2 is negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. And 1/3 times negative 15 is also negative 5. So the answer checks out. So we know the answer is x equals negative 7. We can write this in a solution set, which is squiggly brackets around the solution. And that is our answer.